I'm sorry, I was waiting on them to say it was on. Thanks, Dwayne.
Okay, Alderwoman, you can start for me.
Okay, thank you very much. First, let me apologize for our technical difficulties, but the world we live in, that shall happen sometimes. I want to welcome everybody to the Housing, Urban Development and Zoning Committee for September 22nd, 2022. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone,
Present.
Alderman Kotar,
Here.
Alderman Boyd,
Here,
Alderman Ryan,
Here.
Alderwoman Evans,
Present.
Chair Davis.
Present.
I have 6 present, none absent.
All right, thank you very much. We have minutes to approve. Madam Clerk, do we have minutes to approve?
Yes, ma'am. Minutes of for approval on from Tuesday, July 12th committee meeting.
I move to approve the minutes of the Tuesday, July 12th HUD's committee meeting.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone,
Aye.
Alderman Kotar,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
aye.
Alderman Ryan,
Aye.
Alderwoman Evans,
Aye.
Chairwoman Davis.
Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank
I'd like to move to our agenda for today. The first thing I'd like to do, Madam Clerk, the board bill for Alderwoman Tyus,
Okay,
please read the number.
that would be board bill number 70.
Board Bill number 70, request of the alderperson to hold that. And she will let us know when she'd like it back on the agenda.
So noted.
The next item on the agenda we'd like to move to is Board Bill, is it 53? Alderman,
The Alderman Kotar.
yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a brief, if I could just briefly explain what's going on, and then I'll make my request. This is a board bill for redevelopment agreement for the Railway Exchange building, one of the biggest buildings in Missouri, empty, completely vacant in the middle of downtown. The Development Corporation is still in discussion with the proposed developers of this building. It's a very big project. There's still things to work through. So my request would be that the public meeting for Board Bill 53, that we continue today's meeting till October 20th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Via Zoom. And the link for that Zoom will obviously be posted with the agenda.
Madam Clerk, did you catch all of that?
October 20th.
2022 at 9 a.m.
So noted.
Alderman Kotar, thank you for clarifying that. We had no speakers signed up for this public meeting for today, but we shall continue this at your request.
Thank you very much.
Our next item on the agenda is Board Bill number 74. And I'm going to ask, because I'm supposed to be presenting this by the request of Singles Development Corporation. Alderman Kotar, do you have enough time to facilitate this, or should I go to Alderman Cohen?
Madam Chair, can you go to Alderman Cohen? I've got to run to another meeting here momentarily.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alderman Cohen. Could you do me, could you represent the board committee meeting for this resolution? I'm sorry, for Board Bill 74.
Sure. So we have Board Bill 74 before us. Madam Sponsor, would you care to present?
Yes, please. Board Bill 74 is a development project that is actually in 2 wards because the footprint of the property is that large. And the 2 wards are the 17th and the 19th ward. I've been very intimately involved with this. And what I'd like to do is to allow our director of SLDC and his staff to explain this project. I think it has a lot of merit, but we want to make sure that we're clear in our understanding of what they have done as far as their due diligence and analysis for this project. So Director Richardson, I see that you have some staff with you. If you'd like to introduce your staff and then move forward in the presentation as you see fit.
Alderwoman Davis, Board Bill 74 is the Metropolitan Village Apartments.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking.
Yeah.
I told you I don't have nothing in my Google. I'm going by trying to go by memory. So where are we at? Metropolitan Village. Then
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have you, Zach. You've been handling that, and
Correct.
and you can introduce the persons who are working on that project. I see a couple of them listed here. So please go forward.
This project is a $23.4 million project. It's 147 affordable senior apartments. They'll be renovated floor by floor. Received LIHTC tax credits from the state, and SLDC scored the project, scored 4.5 out of 5, and we support 15 years of tax abatement for the project. 10 at 90, 5 at 50. I think Eric McMahon from the development group is here to speak on it. Eric, are you there?
Actually, Robin Solomon, I'm Eric's partner.
Okay.
And Eric and I are partners on the transaction. Let me see if I can undo my video. I'm also technically challenged here. There we go. Yeah, so we have been awarded by MHDC soft money and state credits. We're going to spend approximately $67,000 per unit rehabilitating the property. Kitchens, baths, but nurse call system, flooring, windows, roofs, really a complete rehab. And we hope to close in the next couple of months. With interest rates going through the roof and pricing of materials also going through the roof, your help here is really critical to facilitating the rehabilitation. We'll also be providing services and continuing work with the nonprofit partner that currently is the general partner of the project. Happy to answer any questions.
So what I'd like to do is I'll go down the committee list because I'm sure they have a lot of questions. Let's start with Alderman Cohen.
I thought I was actually doing that, Madam Chair, but
I thought I was on my other. I thought I was.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I would just like to have the project reiterated in terms of the address, the total costs. I heard the cost per unit is $67,000 with some financing from MHDC, but just the address, the total units, the total costs, and then also the incentives. Again, Zach, I heard, I think 15 years, but can you just reiterate that? There were some at 90% and some at 50%. Can you just reiterate that for me? You went.
Yeah, SLDC's policies for LIHTC deals would be a 15-year tax abatement. This one's 10 at 90, followed by 5 at 50. The project cost is $23.4 million, 147 units, and it's at 3121 Delmar. And there's additional property on Franklin also as a community garden and some outdoor space for the tenants.
Okay, I'm actually very familiar with that property. It's long in need of attention. So this is a really awesome project and understood with the LIHTC. Great, thank you.
Would point out we're going to be freshening up the outside of the building so it looks a little bit more appealing with paint, new windows, some accents. So it looks a little more welcoming than it does today. It's a little institutional today.
Alderman Cohen, I'm trying to find some other things here. Please go ahead and go down the list for me real quick.
I don't have the list in front of me either. I was hoping that the Madam Clerk would be able to call the next person in order.
Okay. Alderman Kotar,
Mhm.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Yes, I just wanted to ask, in regards to the building, is this a senior building or, of, this a senior building? Okay, and how many units will it have? Cause I don't have my stuff in front of me.
147. It's
100.
yeah, 100% Section 8 today. Mostly one bedrooms and some two bedrooms as well.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Alderman Orion,
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Alderwoman Evans,
Yes, my questions were answered by, giving the total number of units. And also, you're saying that it's 100% Section 8?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's it.
and Chairwoman Davis.
What I'll do is I'll just give a few additional pointers on the property. Most people do know it, Metropolitan Village. It sits between Delmar and Franklin Avenue. It had at the corner of Compton. If you know where Chambers Park is, that's the tall building there. The property has always been fully rented by affordable housing assistance, whether it's Section 8 and other low to mod income tools. I'm very pleased to see this development come forward. One of the things I like about this ownership is they take the opportunity every 10 to 15 years and rehabilitate their units. And this gives better quality of life there for those tenants, and we do appreciate that. I would ask for the full support of the committee to move this forward. Thank you.
Are there any other questions from the committee? I'm not seeing any hands raised. With that, I'll entertain a motion on the board bill.
I'll move to pass. Could you give me the number, please?
Board Bill 74.
74.
Could I move to pass board bill 74
With a
Second.
due pass recommendation.
with the what, Shane?
Due pass
Due-
recommendation.
Who passed recommendation? Walk me through it here now.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by the Alderwoman of the 27th Ward and seconded by, I didn't catch the second.
Second.
24.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Alderman from the 24th seconded. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone,
Aye.
Alderman Kotar, Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderman Novine,
Aye.
Alderwoman Evans,
Aye.
Chair Davis,
Aye.
5 aye votes. Motion
Great.
carries.
That you sustain your motion to do pass Board Bill 74 out with a do pass recommendation.
Mhm.
Madam Chair, back over to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Madam Clerk, could you please read the preamble to Resolution 104?
The subsequent improvements for property at 8014, 8034 North Broadway shall be exempt from the ad varium taxes, which would otherwise be imposed thereon for a period of 10 years based on 90% of the assessed value of the incremental improvements. Resolution 104, introduced by Alderwoman Lisa Middlebrook.
All right, thank you very much. Alderwoman Middlebrook.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. So Resolution 104, it provides a redevelopment plan for 8014 through 8034 North Broadway. And this project is to make it possible for the development of the area into a prospective commercial or industrial use. This plan allows up to 10 years at a 90% tax abatement, and there is no use of eminent domain. And it is recommended that this resolution be assigned. Nope, because this is an enhanced enterprise zone resolution. And Zach Wilson is here if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, this site was vacated by Dogtown Pizza, which moved into Alderwoman Evans' ward recently on Garfield. So this property will be renovated by Clementine's Creamery and employ 18 positions. Average salary of $50,000 per job. It's about 23,000 square feet of industrial space, 2,100 square feet of office space. Project cost is $3.3 million. And we got Evan Glantz and Margaret Ryder for the development team here to speak.
Morning. Thanks for having me. I've got I think I've got a presentation here. Let me see here. All right. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So thank you, Zach, for the introduction. As Zach mentioned, we're here on behalf of SoHa Partners, which supports the operations of ICD Holdings, better known as Clementine's Creamery. So Clementine's Creamery, many of you might be familiar with it. They have unique small batch ice cream with a variety of flavors, including some boozy and vegan flavors as well. It's a woman-owned business founded in 2014 by Tamara Keefe. She overcame many obstacles to start her own ice cream shop and these operations. She moved to St. Louis a little later on in her life, but has quickly ingrained herself in the community and has become a big advocate for the city as well. Currently, Clementine's has 6 shops in the St. Louis region and an online store that ships to customers nationwide. This is just a brief overview of their mission statement: to make the highest quality, most delicious ice cream while promoting human connections over the shared experience of ice cream. And as I mentioned, they currently have 6 locations in and around the St. Louis region: Clayton, Lafayette Square, Lake St. Louis, Southampton, Town and Country, and Kirkwood. They are committed to zero waste. So, they've got biodegradable cups, and spoons and napkins are compostable. And they are big on recycling as well. So for the project itself, as Zach mentioned, it's $3.26 million capital investment, a little over $2 million in real property, and 1.25 in personal property. This would create 30 new jobs over the course of 5 years, 21 jobs in operations, 9 jobs in retail, at an average wage of just under $50,000. And these are the incentives and whatnot that we're pursuing. And that finishes up our presentation. So I'd be happy to answer any questions that you all may have.
Okay, Alderwoman Middlebrook, would you like to have any additional statements on this board bill?
Not at this time. I would just ask for your favorable consideration in passing this out.
Okay. So for resolution 104, we'll entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion that we pass out board bill or resolution 104 with a do pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll.
Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, resolution number 104 has been passed with a do pass recommendation from the HUD's committee. And I thank you so much for your presentation. And I love ice cream.
You and me both. Thank you for the opportunity to present today. I really appreciate it and appreciate the support.
All righty.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Madam Clerk,
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I had another board bill on this agenda and I don't see it.
No, ma'am. It was 53, 70, and 74. 53 and 70 were held.
Okay. What was the project for Board Bill 70?
That was Alderwoman Tyus. An ordinance approving a redevelopment plan dated June 3rd, 2022 for the 1706, 1720 North Kings Highway Boulevard area in the city of St. Louis, after finding that the area is blighted as defined in section 99.320 of the revised statutes of Missouri, 2016 as amended.
Thank you very much. That way it's clarity for any public that might have been entertaining that the alderperson has asked for it to be held. And we'll wait for her to put it back on the agenda. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of what that project was. And so we fulfill the entire agenda thus far. We have no other agenda items.
No, ma'am. There are no more items.
Okay. All the persons were present for the committee.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any discussion for any committee people? Do you have anything you need to discuss?
Madam Chair.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I thank you. I've just had a lot of questions from folks about Board Bill 64, which is the kind of incentive reform, transparency, and SLDC board bill. I've been having conversations with colleagues and have a couple amendments that have been proposed. I'm looking at whether or not to introduce a committee sub when it comes before the committee. So I would be looking to probably introduce that before the committee in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, that's fine. Anything else? Okay, hearing none. I appreciate everybody getting through this. Aside from technical difficulty, I feel like I was very unprepared because I couldn't get into my Google at all. And I wanted to thank everyone for your assistance in making this meeting purposeful and complete. And so I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn the HUD's committee meeting.
Okay, motion does not require a second. So I thank everyone for their participation today, and please be safe out there. Meeting adjourned.
Okay.